What's going on, everybody? Zero Star Hats here, and today I'm here to do a video on my personal tips to start your own manga collection. Manga collecting is a really fun thing to do. I really enjoy it, and it's something that everyone can get into. Anyone who's into manga could definitely, get into this, and it doesn't have to be as hard as you might think it is when you see these channels with all this stuff. And today I just kind of want to break it down for you guys and give my personal tips, and maybe you guys got some tips to share as well. So my first tip for you guys is kind of like a more obvious tip. I still kind of want to put it out there, and that's just try your best not to get overwhelmed when you're getting into this hobby. I know it can be a lot, like I just said, but just try your best not to get overwhelmed and buy small. That's kind of really my biggest advice if you're getting into it, is that it doesn't have to be this gigantic haul that you see. You can really just pick up 1 or 2 volumes a month, or whatever you can afford, whatever you can do. Just pick up what you can. So don't get overwhelmed and start small. There's nothing wrong with that. You don't have to, have all these, volumes right off the bat. Just take your time with it. So that's definitely something I would want to say right off the bat. My second tip for you would definitely be to try your best to find good deals and to never really buy retail. I know me personally, when I first started getting into collecting, that I had a really bad habit of going to Barnes and Nobles and buying a couple volumes. I think I spent $50 to $60 when I first started collecting on retail price for manga, when I was just shopping at Barnes and Nobles. There's nothing wrong with going to Barnes and Nobles and reading a couple books and checking out to see what you like, but I really don't recommend buying them there unless they have the buy 2 get 1 free sale that they do have sometimes for their Viz manga. That's a very good time to pick it up, but even then it can still be a little bit more expensive. I know me personally, I bought a lot of my manga on Facebook Market. If you just keep on searching and you kind of stay active on Facebook, you can catch some pretty good deals on there. I got all of the Yonu Kenshin, for example. That is 28 volumes in total, and I got it for $100, I believe. So that's a pretty good deal right there. So that's definitely what I would do. And then as far as your everyday pickups, I would really recommend stuff like Right Stuff, or also Amazon can be good at times too. So one of those two, if you're gonna buy it, brand new, Right Stuff and Amazon's kind of the way to go. But if you're okay with getting stuff used, then Facebook Market or maybe even eBay is a good place to go. But just if there's a series that you want, before you go and buy it, just kind of look around a little bit, see if you can find it a little bit cheaper. And I think another really good tip that kind of goes into that is try your best to stay patient when you're a manga collector. I know sometimes you see something and you really want it, but I know multiple times I bought something and then a week or 2 later I found it for a better deal. So just try your best to be patient. You can't really predict the future. You don't know what's going to come up later, but yeah, that's kind of my advice right there. My next tip for you guys would be to buy box sets, and this is something I do a lot. I have a lot of box sets for Naruto and Bleach and Death Note. What's really cool about box sets is that they're pretty cheap compared to if you were to buy the volumes by themselves, and you get a good amount at one time. So if you're just starting and you like Naruto or you like One Piece, go ahead and get that box set. It's a great way to start. I really do believe it's really one of the best ways for you to start your collection, and I definitely recommend it. I'm just going to show you guys a box set real quick that I have. I have a lot of these different box sets. This is a One Piece box set. There's currently 3 of them out right now. I believe this is the second one right here. And they come in these really nice boxes, and they come with art and all this other kind of little stuff in it too. So my next tip for you guys is probably me personally the biggest tip I wish I would have listened to when I was getting into collecting, and maybe even now I still need to do this tip more myself, is don't buy too many manga at a time. And this is something I have a really bad habit of doing, of buying manga and then it sits on my shelf, and then I don't read it, and then I buy something else, and then I just have too many things sitting on my shelf that I haven't got around to reading yet. And I don't really recommend doing that. Buy what you're going to read, and buy more once you've read more manga. And that's something I'm getting a lot better with as I go. But I know in the beginning, I just wanted to get a lot of volumes, and I was just buying stuff. And now I'm kind of sitting back and I'm reading the stuff I didn't buy. I'm reading the stuff that I bought but didn't read before, and I'm enjoying it a lot more now. But I'm definitely very bad at that. That's something I do a lot. One perfect example of that is this. Boo 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 boo. Monster. I have had Monster for so long and I have not read it, but I'm just now starting to get into it. But I've had it in my collection for I want to say close to a year, and I haven't read it. It's just been sitting there. And now that I'm actually reading it, I'm really enjoying it, and I don't regret buying it. But just try not to do that. Read what you get, and don't buy too much until you read it. Because as much as it's cool to have a collection, to have all these cool things on your shelves, don't forget that you're doing it because you enjoy the manga, you enjoy reading. And that might be an obvious tip, but I know for me that was something that I had a habit of doing, so I just wanted to put it on here. My next tip for you guys would definitely be just to try something new. And what I mean by this is just like, once you already have like a box set or two, or like, you know, you already have the Naruto that you know you like, that you know you really enjoy, it's okay to like branch out a little bit. Try something different than a shonen. Maybe you might try like a good romance series, or maybe you'll like a more darker tone series. You know, there's nothing wrong with just branching out a bit and trying something new. And I think that you really end up enjoying manga and enjoying series that you might think you would never enjoy once you kind of start doing that. I know at first it's a little scary, especially when you put money into it. That's why I really recommend like watching a YouTube video of different people recommending different series, or maybe even just like go to a Barnes and Nobles and like read the first volume of something that they have on the shelf, and if you like it, like, okay, cool, buy it. I know I've done that many times where, you know, I just wanted to try something new, and that's a great way to kind of get into it. But yeah, I really recommend doing that, guys. There's nothing wrong with buying what you like, but there's just so many great series out there that you would probably never try just because you're used to your certain kind of series. And I know for me, I realize that more and more as I go. Like, there's so many series that I never thought I would really enjoy, and I get into it, and like, boom, I love it. I want to explain one very good example of that I personally have went through, and that's kind of the Assassination Classroom. Like, I never really thought I would get super into that series because I knew it was straight up just comedy from what I heard. And, you know, I'm more into like the battles, and I'm more into like more serious stories, so I didn't really think Assassination Classroom would be something I would like. But then I went and got the box set once it came out, and I realized I enjoyed it so much more than I thought it would. Another example of that would be My Little Monster. That's a series like I didn't think I was going to enjoy, but I bought it, and I absolutely loved it. I think I got it on Facebook Market for like a really cheap price. That's why I bought the whole thing. But yeah, it was a really good series, so definitely just try and go out of your comfort zone a little bit. There's nothing wrong with that, and you'll find something you like. Well, alright guys, that's all the tips I have for today. Let me know what you guys think. I hope that one or two, maybe even all of them were, you know, helpful for you in some way in starting your collection. And yeah, just let me know what you guys recommend for any of you guys out there who are already have collections going. And yeah, just know that it's a very fun thing to do. It can be expensive, but it's a great hobby, and I really do recommend doing it. I truly love my manga collection, and it's something I'm very passionate about, and it's just fun to talk with other people about it too. So it's definitely a great hobby to get into if you do it the right way. And yeah, guys, but one other thing that I didn't say, that it's very obvious, just have fun with it. You know, buy series you enjoy, and just have a good time, and you know, you'll slowly see your manga grow, and you won't even realize it. So that's really all I have for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you next time. Please comment and subscribe for more videos. See you later.